I'm gonna come.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
I'm gonna come.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
I'm gonna come.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
I'm gonna come.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
I'm gonna come.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
I'm gonna come.
I did not have sexual relations with.
What's up, stream? It's me, Apian, most famous musician of all time. And today we're going to be going through my recent EP, Oil Spill. I'm going to be going over pretty much all the production on it. Not all the vocals, and I'll get to why in a minute. But yeah, I have everything set up here. Look at this crazy streaming setup. Hold up. Ooh, it's taking a minute to load. Why is it not doing what I want it to do? Hello. 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 Oh, wait, hold up. Yeah, look at that. Oh yeah, so I have it set up right now so that you see what it is. It's my whole setup. So actually I need to go to the be right back screen really quick. Because I need to get back to the album page. I don't want to be leaking anything, you know. Oil spill. So here it is. Final. All right. Let me go back. So this EP, I guess it's an EP. It came out like 4 months ago. It's out everywhere right now. If you haven't listened to it, go listen to it. But essentially, I just want to go through all of it, how I made it, before I get like too deep into my next project. No spoilers, but it's gonna be pretty good. But yeah. So I'm just gonna go through all this in case I lose the files. Like, I don't know how I would do that, but just to kind of see what my thought process is now. This is gonna be like a time capsule. You feel me? So okay, I guess I'll just get right started. I don't think there's anybody in the chat yet. I should have it set like the chat shows up at the top there, but I don't know if that works. Let me double check something real quick. Oh, now it says welcome to the chat room 3 times. Okay, why don't I make it not do that? You know what, whatever, it's kind of funny. Yo, what's up, man? I'm about to start the stream here. I got everything pulled up. Oh yeah, so we got a lot of people in here. Okay, so for some people who make music, they may say, well, wait a minute, you made this EP. Where's your FL Studio? Where's your Ableton? Where's your I don't know, what else do people use? Like, where's your Reaper? Does anyone use Reaper anymore? No. I've always been GarageBand ever since day one. I've been a GarageBand ride or die. You feel me? I've always used GarageBand. Oh, my things. All right. So yeah, I guess why don't I just get started? So the first song on this, I don't know, kind of gonna be the most boring one to go over because there's like really not much going on. It was very bare bones. This one came along a lot later. I started out like the first couple songs that I ever tried vocals on were like Legacy and things like that, where it's a lot more cluttered. So that I would kind of like hide my vocals. You feel me? Because I like wasn't super confident yet. But when I made, I don't know, I was feeling a little bit more confident in my vocals, which is why it's a lot more like there's nothing really covering it up. But for that reason, it's also probably going to be pretty boring to go through. But let's just start out with a sample, I guess. I was pretty much just like fucking around one day with the little string settings, and I made this pretty chord. Well, no, I didn't make this chord. What I did is I pulled like this up, and I just went like this. I can't hear it. Why can't I hear anything? Hello? Oh, like I was just messing around, like dragging all the strings in all these different directions, and eventually I ended up with this kind of a sound, which I then sampled out over here. Yeah, so that's pretty much like the whole background of this song for the most part. I layered some vocals on top of that. I think I came up with these vocals. I just like went on a walk one day and just had the idea for this melody, and I recorded it like right as I got home. I have this bass down here, which I think is just like I took a bass and I just used like this isn't the bass sound, but this is just so I can show what I'm talking about. Like you see, I'm just going like, I just did that with the bass, and it kind of sounds like someone humming, but I cannot hum that long in that clean of a tone. So let me just play that isolated. We got Mr. Beast, the real Mr. Beast in the chat. Oh, he said my stream sucks. Yo, Mr. Beast, give me some of your money, man. All right. So, this is one of the few songs that isn't like sped up on this album. A lot of the later ones, you're like, especially with backwards forwards, it's gonna feel really weird listening to them. Even for me, because like the actual beat was made like way slower and at a lower pitch, and then I pitched it up later. But this one wasn't, I think. So anyway, it's like that sample that I showed you a second ago. And then it goes down. Little voice crack. What do you mean it's peak? Thank you. I appreciate it, man. But anyway, okay, so at some point it goes into these like little drums here. These are very breakdance inspired, if you guys know breakdance. He is probably one of the most creative, most swag musicians of all time. And these like kind of weird little like creep up things like that was 100% inspired by him. I don't know, I might actually, hold on, I'm gonna go to the Be Right Back screen for a second just so I don't show anything that like I don't want to show. Or actually, I'll go to webcam. I think I have an older version of this where that's like more isolated, I guess, so I can actually like show you how that's working. Yeah, here it is. Go back to main. Yeah, all right, so it's like I essentially took this sample pack from Ramzoid. He's a great producer, great musician, listen to him too. But I have one of his sample packs, and it's like this drum loop that I used. Hold on. It's like a weird hi-hat thing, but I pretty much I take that and then I layer like 3 of them on top of each other at different pitches. When Yoshi release, that's been out, man. That's been out. There's a music video. That's my boy Lil Talent. I have no affiliation, but that's that guy's great. That's Evan's grandma featuring Girthy Murphy and a drummer Nikki. You should go listen to that also. But anyway, so the way that I do this kind of like weird creep up sound effect is I have it. It's like that, and then that leads into the snare. And that just kind of adds this like weird, like it feels like there's something growing into your head or something. And it just sounds so cool. I love that sound. So that's very much breakdance inspired. And I do that all over this song. And I think I do it later in the album too at some point. The rest of the song, oh yeah, there's this part at the end. But like this whole part is just that. It's just like me doing vocals, with the bass and the cool chord in the background. The one chord is a 1-chord song. But anyway, yeah. So at some point it goes into this. This is like one of my favorite drum parts I did for this whole album. And the cool thing is that it sounds like it doesn't loop at all, and it does loop, but it just loops at a weird point. Because look, it's like 1, 2. I can't count. Never mind. I forgot how to count. I never learned how to do that. But yeah, it's like I don't know, a lot of weird choices. Let me go into it here. With these weird rolls. But it loops here, which it doesn't sound like it should. Like this is the 8-bar loop here, and it loops one before, so that's why things are kind of coming in like weird places. This was an accident, but I looped it too early. I was originally gonna have it be like this length, but I accidentally had it a little bit too short, and that kind of just made these like cool little. I don't know where I was going with that sentence, but anyway, I add these on top too, so I have like just a bunch of random layers, more strings, some arpeggiators, and that all comes together to make this like super lush, just like pad layer. Let me look at the camera. I keep forgetting to do that. But yeah, this is that all together. Let me turn up the audio. But that combined with everything else is just this really nice little thing. I don't know. And then is this even where's the I might have leaked some stuff there. Final, go back to where is it? It's just like this little effect at the end that I wanted to show off. Go back to main. Yeah, it's this little like stutter. That's not how it's supposed to sound. Oh, because I have to start these from the start. Whatever. But I essentially just used the like built-in little FX feature. This thing is really cool. People don't use this at all. I've seen a couple other people produce their music in GarageBand, and nobody uses this. It's so underrated. But you just like press the little FX button like up there at the top, and then you have like repeater. Like there's so much cool stuff you can do here. I do that a lot on like some of the other songs, but yeah, this one I just kind of started it out at the end. I thought that sounded cool. It did sound cool. That's the opener. That's like the whole song. This is like a speed run now. Like I'm just going through these really fast. That's pretty much all of it. So yeah, I guess if there are no questions in the chat or anything, I'm gonna just go right on to backwards forwards. So this is the big breakout single, billions upon billions of views. It got like maybe 5 more views than the rest of them. But this is probably my favorite song on the album, other than maybe Russian Sleep Experiment. This is one of the ones where I started it like technically 3 or 4 years ago or some shit, when I was just messing around, and then it was just sitting on the iPad for like forever until eventually I'm like, I'm just gonna complete this. But this one I remember specifically. I made like just this beginning little loop. Also, that is the pitch, by the way. It's a lot
So it's
slower.
like back to recording, just a old school getaway. I know it's not produced how it should be, but
I made this like 3 years ago, and I tried to do some like weird dubstep drop with it or something, but I was like, this sounds like shit. I'm gonna keep it on the iPad and come back to it when I'm like better at making music. And now I came back to it and I made something that I'm really proud of. So these samples down here are interesting. Something that I did with a lot of these songs is I had files like up in the loop section that I used. I had some like random files from doing like those TikTok challenges I used to do, where I'd be like making a song without undoing anything. Absolute cinema of a song. Thank you, man. Yeah. So this file here, the one with the little monologue.
so it's like back to recording, just to,
Old school
old
getaway.
school.
That one was like this weird freestyle I got off of like looperman.com or some shit. I can actually extend out the clip here, so you can like see the rest of the thing. It's really not that great of a freestyle, but the intro part I just thought kind of sounded cool, so I chucked it at the beginning here. Let me get rid of this automation so you can actually like hear it.
I never gave 2 fucks, but gave 1 once. Didn't like it much, like when the blunt runs, or the beat stops right when the speak
Yeah, you
up.
get the idea. It's not the best freestyle in the world, but I used it in the beginning of this song, and I think it is pretty swag. So yeah, I kind of had some steez with it. But anyway, that's that part, and then this up here. Yeah, go wicka. Yeah, this is a weird part. These, I mean, they're reversed, but this was also, I think, a freestyle. It was like some Russian guy or something. I genuinely don't remember what this sounds like.
Six out with the man, 3 shown with the 6, make them pussy red, got the lip on jet. Bitch giving me hair, started chucking on my dick, break.
Yeah, it's kind of rough, but I thought it sounded cool reversed in the background, and it's just one of those things that I just had on here. And I was just like, I might as well use that because why not? I know Jane Remover does that a lot, where they're just like, yeah, I just had shit on my computer, like random loops, and I just chucked it in there because I thought it was funny. That's pretty much like a lot of this album. Like, I think a couple of these songs sampled the Taco Bell, like bell sound effect, because all the stock bell sound effects in GarageBand sound like, they sound really bad. But yeah, so that's like that whole intro section. Oh, besides like the bass here. Pretty simple there, just kind of follows a vague chord progression. We got the and these are all just like loops from the stock Apple loops. Like if I just look up low, what the, I can't type, lo-fi. Oh, there's a lot of those. Lo-fi vibes, electric, piano 01. So slow and pitched up, but I pitched that down. I sped it up a little bit. And
How it
that's how
should
the
be.
song starts. So anyway, I can go into I can't really go into the vocals like too much, because what I do is I produce the entire song in GarageBand. Like you can see, I do all the production here, but you're never gonna see individual vocal takes on here, and that is because GarageBand does not have auto-tune. Or well, like technically it has auto-tune, but you can't change the key. So unless you just happen to be in the exact key that it always is set to, then you can't use autotune in GarageBand without it sounding like shit. So I make all of my vocals in BandLab, and I just do all that there, and then I export it and chuck it back in. So that's all up here. Warning, so much slower. These sound so bad when they're slowed down.
Yeah, you got me taking 2 steps backwards, 1 step forward. Every time I think it's finally over, believe me when I tell you.
But everything else is done in here, so I can't like go into like what my vocal chain is or whatever. It's just auto-tune and like maybe one other thing. But I guess I'll just go into what I did with this. So I guess I'll start with how I chopped the electric piano up. So this sounds like I know what I'm doing with this. Not gonna lie, I really don't. I don't know any sort of music theory. I just kind of do it by ear. Something that I did with this, that if you're struggling to make music, will immediately make all your songs like a billion times better. It is just sidechaining. Like, if you're making, I don't know, like a house song, you're making a dubstep song, you're making a trap song, anything, like any electronic music, you want to use sidechain. And essentially what that is you can automate any track. In this version, I'm just on iPad, so you can only automate volume. You can't automate like reverb or anything, but whatever. You automate the volume to duck out anytime that there's a kick. So if I go into the drums here, anytime that there's a kick, which is just always on like the 1 and the 3, so it's just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I just duck all of this, and it just makes that kick like for lack of a better word, kick through or punch through the entire mix. And it makes everything kind of get out of the way of it, and it just makes it sound so much more clean and so much bouncier or whatever. So I can play those together. But if I get rid of that automation and I get rid of that sidechain, it doesn't sound as good. Like, let me just get rid of that really quick just to demonstrate. Hold up. Like, it just doesn't have that same bounce to it. It's like, you know? So that's that. That's like my biggest tip, is just use sidechain. People who use GarageBand don't know you can even automate shit like that. But I'm the GOAT, so I know everything about this. GarageBand, like, I know every single possible thing there is to know about it. No self-glaze. Actually, yes, self-glaze. I feel like I'm probably one of the like best GarageBand producers in the whole universe. You feel me? Whatever. But yeah, so I guess what else even is there to go over in there's the bass. This is such a good bass line, man. I'm so proud of this. Like, this is probably one of the reasons it's my favorite song. I don't know why I did the automation like this. Like, let me just pull this up. Like, why did I do that? Like, why? I mean, it sounds good, but like, why did I do that? I have 2 layers of bass. They're doing the same thing. I think this one's like kind of more real sounding, and then this one's like more synth. Yeah, and I guess they sound good together. And at some points, I wanted like that kind of like fuzz of the real bass, which isn't a real bass. And then at some points, I wanted the synthiness of the other one, so I just kind of ducked it at random points. But does one of these go up an octave? And then normally I would have just looped this, but I wanted this kind of like switch up here. Something that I'm doing here with the bass is that it's not just like I'm leaving gaps in it. I think one of the main things that I wish I did better on this album, especially with songs like Legacy, is that you need to have some space. Like you can't just have like the entire song all be like have the notes playing all the time. Like there needs to be points in the song where you can pause it and not hear anything. So something that I'm doing here is I'm like utilizing the space in between notes. So like where is it, like right here. Like these ones are shorter, so it's like short, long, short, long, short, long. If these were all the same length and all the same velocity too, because the velocity on these is different. Okay, actually that didn't make like a difference at all, my fault. It's more about the velocity here, but if this was like another type of bass and they were all the same velocity, I'd still want to do this where I leave just like the tiniest gap between notes, and it just, again, it adds that kind of a bounce that I want in this type of a song. Doing bass chords, unheard of before, secret technique. The big music doesn't want you to know about this. I just had like a layer go up an octave here and just play like a little bow, bow, bow. And then I think it just loops from there. Oh, I added another thing here. So this one, I think at this point, I kind of changed how I always forget what it's called until like right before I say it. The sidechain. I changed how the sidechain works, so now it's not just like ducking every time it kicks, it then goes back down. So you kind of hear that in a second. So that just, I don't know, that it changes the rhythm like just enough, just by changing like just how it's automated. And that just completely changes it. So like I'll play that again. Ooh, whoa, whoa. And again, like here, I'm utilizing the notes that you don't play or whatever actual music theory people say. Like if I pause it here, there's nothing going except for like this little bit. And that just, it gives everything breathing room, and sometimes that's just what you need. Oh, these little fills, I had to isolate them in their own layer because they would sometimes like just not work right for some reason, because GarageBand is not meant for this kind of thing, I guess. But that's like the, we got some more over here. Yeah. Oh, I sampled this. I forgot about this. Right here at the bottom. That is, when I was making this song, my brother Leo, who some of you may know, shout out to him. He would just come in and start like ranting about something, and this happened a couple times. So at some point, I just like recorded it, and I think. This was, this little was him realizing that he had lost something. Like he loses things pretty often, and this was just him realizing like, hey, wait a minute, where'd that thing go? But I was recording it like a dickhead. Sorry, Leo, if you see this. And I put it in the beat. I don't know how well you can hear that in the actual mix. But it's there. It's there. Excuse me. All right. What else is there even to go over? More fills. There's that again. And then I think that's kind of it. It just ends with this like. That's kind of it, right? And then the whole thing just gets sped up. So that's it, I guess. Any questions, anybody? I don't think so. Still got any viewers? Hold on, I actually don't have it. I can see the chat, but I can't see the view count. Let me know if you're here right now. twitch.tv/Apian with 2 eyes. We got any viewers in this John? Hold up. If we did, me stopping to check them probably scare people away. Oh, we got 1 viewer. Oh yeah. Thank you to that 1 viewer. If you got any questions, let me know. Uh-oh, what happened? There we go. Nope, wait. Yeah, there we go. All right, I guess I'll just get right on to the next song then. Uh-oh, my Discord is restarting. I'm doing this through a Discord song, what the hell is it called? Discord call. And that's the only way I can really stream from the iPad. There we go. All right, we're back. Okay, next song, song 2 out of 6. Russian Sleep Experiment. This one's pretty cool. Oh, actually, I should play the old version of this before I show you the new one, if it'll load. There we go. Okay. I'm immediately gonna exit. Webcam. All right. So originally, this song was like completely different. It was like, I don't even know how to describe it without just playing it. Where is it? Russian Sleep Experiment. That's not the right version. Copies. Where is it? Russian Sleep Experiment. This was, a lot of these songs took like 80 revisions to get right. And this one was no different. Yeah, this is one of the old versions. So the first thing I did, let me go back to the main camera. The thing I did with this song, a lot of these have like different strategies when it came to recording it. A lot of the time I would just start with the beat and make the full beat and then go on to making the vocals. But with this one, I actually made the vocals first and then made the beat around it. So a lot of the stuff in this song is literally just copying the melody that I sang. Like, where is... Like that came after I recorded the vocals, and I was just like copying over the melody.
Cause baby, I wish I could tell you you mean nothing to me, but
same with this actually. I love this line so much, man. You might notice this one's called underscore silly synth. I don't know why this one reminded me of underscores a lot, but it did. Can't really hear it with all the reverb on it. That's all in here. Yeah, look, reverb all the way up. I fucked with the EQ a lot. Don't know why, but it sounds good, so I did it. I distorted it too, apparently. But yeah, I like that little sound effect. I love when you got a little something like that. This bass is crazy. But this is an old version, and it sounds way different than the original, or than the one that I ended up uploading. So I guess I'll show this. Why don't I show the new one first, and then I'll show this one. Webcam. I need to get better at navigating my different scenes in OBS. Let me bring this back to the good folder. Final. All right. Main. RSE remix final copy ? There you have it. All right. So the current version, the one that got uploaded, let's see. I guess I'll just go through this like bit by bit. So we start with the bass. And again, you're seeing the the side chain. I use that everywhere. Like anywhere that you see these like weird little, I try to point to it like you can see what I'm pointing at. The like stuff on these layers where it's just like the weird little lines. That's all the side chain. This is all voice crack. This is all the unused side chain over here that I put on at some point and then moved stuff. But the automation is still there. But I use that all over this song. Especially in the old version, but we'll get to that. We got these strings. And then a little ARP, some ARP action. Yeah, that's that. And then when we get to the actual, like this is the part where it's mostly just vocals, so we got like the oh, and we got that little like wind howl thing. I love this sound so much. And that just plays throughout. That's that same bass from earlier. I think actually it's a different track for some reason. Oh, because this one has the tighter release. Yeah. The other thing, kick main. I got a lot of Ramzoid samples on this album. I have a lot of basses from Ramzoid. I have a couple loops on here that I used in weird ways. But the main thing I used from Ramzoid was this kick main. It's a beautiful sound. I think he uses it, or at least used to use it in most of his songs. And I also do because it is just so good. And that just combined with everything just sounds so nice. So I can probably I don't need to isolate everything. I just play it. The vocals. I don't think I sped this one up that much actually in the final recording.
Cause baby, I wish I could tell you you mean nothing to me, but I can't. All night I've been grinding my teeth, not again. What experiments you doing on me? But the only thing I know is I've been losing my sleep. Cause baby, I wish I could tell you you mean nothing to me, but I can't.
What gets added here? This, what is this? Oh, this gets added here.
My teeth, not again. What experiments you doing on me?
And wherever the, by the way, look at how tall this file is. I have so many different tracks in this. This one, and then like I think the next song on this have like probably the most tracks, especially compared to the first one where it's like 3. I don't even want to count this. That would get really boring. There's so many tracks though. But then I think down here is the snare. That combined with everything.
I wish I could tell you you mean nothing to me, but I can't. I miss you doing on me, but the only thing I know is I've been losing my sleep.
Oh, first instance of the little you don't stop before you take the next. So, yeah, this is from so for those who don't know me in real life, I am in the school band, and every year we do this little music festival thing where we get judged, and I just went on this year's like a week ago or something like that. But the sample, the You Don't Stop sample, that was a clip from one of the adjudicators like rankings or like review of our performance, and I think he was talking about like where is the sample actually? Where even is it? Oh, it's in there. I was gonna play the whole sample because he keeps talking. Maybe I'll probably do that in a later song. But I put that like everywhere in this. Very inspired by underscores that way. They always put like a lot of different voice clips that they use as like their almost like producer tags or something. And that kind of like, if you hear that in one of their songs, you're like, oh, it's from a specific album. Like I'm probably not going to reuse the You Don't Stop sample in a later album because that's like very much this era, you know? And I think there's like one or two other things that I use in like all the rest of the songs, but that's one of them. I really like that. That sound effect. I think there's like a little silly synth. Is it this one? Yeah, baby. That one's great. We got, I don't know. This one, I thought I was going to use this sound effect way more throughout the whole album, but I ended up not really, but it's still here in this song. I think Tor used that a lot in Molecule. It's another good album. I'm giving out so many like free music recommendations. It's so crazy. All right. Oh, this. What is this?
I'm slipping to psychosis.
Oh yeah, I have more of this like weird little creepy crawly stuff. The like breakends sound effect, and I use that. Another little ride there. God, I love that sound so much. That's such a good sound. That's like my favorite sound of all time. But that's in there. What else is there? I guess there's a couple things down here. No shot I. What does that say? Cheap viewers on stream bot. Stream. Man, what the fuck? Get the hell out of my chat. I got bots in my chat. How do I ban people? I don't know how to ban people. No, don't pin the fuck. Alright, yo, chat, can you guys just ignore that guy? I don't know how to get rid of that chat. No. Anyway. My fault. Yeah, just ignore that. I think this is literally a bark sound effect, like the default bark sound effect. Yeah, watch me get rid of this loop. I'm like scared to edit this because I feel like it's gonna mess something up. It's a bark sound effect. I used a bark sound effect, but I brought it down like that, and then I brought it down like that. Up the key, so now this is out of key. Whatever, the album's out, man. I can't use the sound effect anymore because I fucked up the pitch of it. Whatever. You heard how it's supposed to sound. But yeah, that's a bark sound effect. This is a bark sound effect. A lot of distortion on this one. Without the distortion, this would sound like this. Can y'all even hear that? But because I have such long releases, the notes kind of overlap a little bit, and then the distortion just like works its magic. You feel me? One of the things I was doing with this this album is I just messed around with distortion like a lot, like when I was making all these. So I would just make some like weird synth thing by like looping something in a really tight way to make like a strange waveform, and then just messing around with distortion. Most of the time it sounded pretty bad, but it worked a couple of times, and this is one of the times. That that one's out of tune now too. Shit. Well, whatever. Did I use those ever? Oh, when it cuts out here, holy, sorry. Not to glaze, but again, like I automate everything to just duck out here. Oh, and the little. Oh man, I'm so proud of myself.
This all just
for a moment. Yeah, that's really me, man. Anyway, sorry. What else we got on here?
I still got thing for you to use.
Oh, the reason this is here, this little. So, now I get to talk about how I record vocals. So, I only record vocals when I'm home alone because I'm low-key, really insecure about my vocals and I don't want to bother people in my family. So something that happened a lot in the making of this and a lot of my other music too is I would record the whole, why am I forgetting I would record the whole chorus. I forgot chorus. How did I forget the word chorus? Anyway, and then I would record like half or like almost all of the verse, and I'd be like just about ready to finish it up, and somebody would walk through the door, and I'd be like, shit, well, gotta wait another 2 months until I'm home alone again. So I think that happened here. I just couldn't think of a last line to end out this verse with. And then someone walked in the door, and I was out of time, and I'm just like, fuck it, I'll just copy paste that part where I said like, still got nothing to, what did I even say?
I still got nothing to prove.
And then I just copied it.
Still got nothing.
Well, it's a new line because I changed something. I don't know. It's cool. It's pretty swag. I like how it ended up turning out in the end. But that's why I did that, man. There's a lot of stuff on here that was really just put on here because I had no other choice. Like, I'm not going back in just to record one line. Like, the song's pretty much done, so I would just copy paste something like once or twice, and I'd be good with it. Anyway, and then it's just a chorus again. In my next project, I need to mess around with like structure more, because pretty much all these songs are like intro, chorus, verse, chorus, outro, and that's like all of it. So a lot of them are pretty short too. And I want to try to do something more interesting, like maybe have a bridge, or I think in one of these there's like a beat switch. But for the most part, it's just kind of this same layout. I mean, usually there's like something different. Like I think in the end here, I bring in like acoustic drums, right?
I wish I could tell you mean nothing to me. No, I've been losing my sleep, 'cause baby, I wish I could tell you mean nothing.
So I can play live drums if I want to, but I don't, because that would be really hard to record and it would be really hard to get to sound good in the mix. So I just use these, and if you put distortion on MIDI drums, then it just sounds real. It's really weird hearing the rhythm of this by itself, because it's like a lot of weird triplet stuff. Oh, I actually keep using the kick, mate. But any like weird imperfections get masked by everything else, so.
Baby, I wish I could tell you mean nothing.
Synth solo, dude. I'm just going back through this for the first time in a while. I forgot like most of the stuff I put in here, but we have another layer. Should I go through these again? I think it's all the same thing as the intro. Yeah. Unless there's more stuff down here. Oh, there is. What is all this? No, that's just the drums. Hit the whip. My fault. Hold up. Okay, wait. So then, what else do we? What was I gonna go? Oh yeah, the synth solo. What is this? Come on, man. I did that. And then we got this. Sorry, my fault. That's really loud. Let me turn that down. I should be going more into like how I made this stuff rather than just like isolating it. But yeah, it's a solo. I don't really know what to say about it. I wrote it out. It sounded good. I think I went through like 4 or 5 revisions with it until I was like, that's the one. Something that I did in this is I made sure it ended on a certain note. I don't remember exactly what note, but oh yeah, because I made it really quiet in the mix. Because I put a lot of echo on it, like you can see down here, I put a lot of echo on it. So this, whatever the last note was, it would ring out over like this outro section. So I wanted to have it be like a certain distance between the notes or some theory shit. I don't remember. I don't know. You can like barely even hear the echo, but sorry, my bad. Anyway, I have this sound effect again. What else is there? There's this thing which I think showed up earlier, but now it's just by itself. And then, oh, this little silly synth again. A little magic synth there, a little wizard synth. I think we had these same sound effects again from earlier. Oh, and the stomp! I love this sound effect. This happened earlier in the song too, but I forgot to mention it. This is just, it's a little stomp. I think you hear that a lot in like jerk beats and shit like that. But I like that a lot. I put that here at the end. And then the only other thing in this song is this little reverb. Oh, I got the bark's all out of key now because I fucked with it. But this is also here. And here I'm just automating the reverb to go up. Yeah, so I'm just automating the reverb on everything. Without that, it would just sound like this. So boring. But then I add this to the end. I don't know. There's something more to it that is just good. But yeah, that's like the whole song. Do we have anybody in chat asking any questions? I don't think so. Is there anything I want to go over with the vocals, I guess? I don't know.
Doing on me, cause baby, I wish I could tell you you mean nothing to me. Losing my sleep, cause baby, I wish.
That little like weird little like stuttery, almost like laugh sounding thing, I think that was inspired by like Eric DOA. I think he did that at some point, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna steal that. The cool thing about music production, you can just listen to something cool and be like, yeah, I'm just gonna do that, and no one can stop you. This is my song, objectively. I didn't like steal anything, but like he did that first. Technically, it's inspiration. That's what I love about art. You can just get inspired by shit and then be like, and then just put a little bit of it in your own music and make your own music better. You know, just hear what you like and then put it in your own music. Anyway, yeah. So that's like this whole song. Now I can go into the like early version, because originally it was this old version that I'm about to play, and it was like that until like 2 days before I was set to release the project, and I'm like, you know what? This song low-key sounds like dick. Let me make a new version. So that's when I made the one that we all know and love, because we're all like the biggest Appian fans in the world, and we all love my music so much. No, I'm kidding. But it was originally way different. So I think this one was a lot more like almost, I don't want to say like techno, but it was weird, and I'm gonna play it for you.
Cause baby, I wish I could tell you mean nothing to me, but I can't. All night I've been crying my teeth, not again. I swear what you're doing on me. The only thing I know is I've been losing my sleep. Cause baby, I wish I could tell you mean nothing to me.
Very, very different. I think it's the rest of the song's still the same. Like I think this is like directly exactly the same.
Still got nothing.
And I think the end is still the same too. But everything else in this chorus is like the rhythm is all different. So instead of it being like bow 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 bow, now it's just like hitting on every beat. So you can hear it just in the automation, like the.
I wish I could tell you mean nothing to me, but I can't.
And I think this was very inspired by like Glaive. A lot of Glaive's recent music has kind of been like this, where it's like especially on what the hell is the project called? The one with the two horses on it. What the hell was that project called? May It Never Falter was like the new one. Whatever his like project with the two horses on the album cover was, he did a lot of this type of shit, and he kind of put me onto that type of music. So I wanted to have some of that in my album, but eventually I made the new version, and I like that better. Is it still like that at the end here? And I think everything else is the same besides just the rhythm. Like yeah, so I mean that's kind of the whole song. Oh, except for like the one sound effect, the little oil spill. This was, I think, I just went onto the internet and looked up like text to speech and put the little whisper guy and made him say the name of the EP, and there you have it. I think there's like some producer tag I heard like years and years ago. This guy like Pipe Bomb or something, and he used this kind of like same text to speech whisper thing, and I thought that sounded sick, so I used it also. And I used that in a couple places on this album. It's like that and the You Don't Stop Until You Take the Next Step tag. Those are like the two that I used everywhere in this album. But anyway, that's like that whole song. I guess I'll just go on to the next one. This song is probably my least favorite on the album. Don't Get Me Started. I recorded like the one verse, and I was like, that sounds sick. And that's the only reason that it's on the album. I really don't like the chorus to it. But just the verse kind of like is the only thing that I clung on to, and I'm like, that's what I like about this song. And I figured that someone else would probably like it more than I liked it. So I put it out anyway. But yeah, this one starts out. This is another one where I took, yeah, look, it's the same like bark sound effect that I just looped weird. But I distorted the fuck out of it so that any note changes would like... Sorry, I'm blanking. Any note changes would like sound weird. So... And I'm doing the same thing here as I did in the last one, where I'm just like, I'm ducking the audio on every other beat. Because without that, it would kind of sound, I don't know, just like more boring. Then with it sounds like... It just has like the tiniest bit more movement and bounce and rhythm and all that. But this is just kind of like arpeggiating a chord or some shit. Yeah, that's that. I really like using that bark sound effect. And it's not even like because it's a bark sound effect or anything. I could have done this with like pretty much any sound and then just cut down the loop so short that it's like one note. But I guess I just did it on that at some point and just stuck with it. After that, we get like this little thing. I think what I did for this is this little like stutter thing here. It's just like 4 really short notes, but then they decrease in velocity a little bit. That's pretty much that whole little bit. Oh, this before I laid down a verse for the or put down the vocals for the chorus, I did like this little mumbly layer so I could kind of get ideas for the melody. So I just be like and then later I'd come back in when I actually had like time to record a good verse or a good chorus, and I'd kind of listen to the ideas that I had and just like, I don't know, make them more concrete. But I just used the little like mumbly bits that I recorded just like in the beginning here. I don't know. It sounds really weird by itself, but in the context of the rest of it, it sounds okay. Oh, what was that? Why did I do that? What the hell? Hello. Love that little tag. And then the beat comes in. This is also very much inspired by that one Glaive EP that I'm still forgetting the name of. That's gonna piss me off if I can't remember that, man. TSPMO. My fault. Okay, so what do we got in here? Let me just start from the top. Those are vocals, so never mind. We got like a little pad layer. Hold on, I need to drink some more water. All right. We got a little pad. Boring. We got a little this thing. I already played that. Bass. All of the bass that I use on this album is from like 1, maybe 2 sample packs that I just like downloaded for free. And I just haven't gone out of my way to get any other sample packs. The default sounds or the default basses sound pretty bad, honestly. So this is from some like random ass. It's not even from the sample pack. The sample pack was free, but I didn't download the sample pack. I like downloaded the YouTube video of the guy going through the sample pack, and then I like cut out the sample and put it in the sampler instead of just downloading the sound. So like if I look at the whole thing here, yeah, look, it's like this tiny little sliver of a whole video going over the whole thing. But that's how I did the bass on this one. It sounds alright. I probably used kick main somewhere in here. Did I? No, I didn't. Oh, this is the... This one, this part is like directly bitten from Glaive. Like specifically that little hat and that rhythm. I think I heard in one of his songs, and I'm like, I'm just gonna do that. This is just like all the little percussion bits. We got the little hi-hat. What is this? That's the kick. There it is. Oh, and then we have the switch up section. There's probably something else I forgot to show off here. No, No, I don't think that's it. I think that's all of it.
Don't get me started. I'm not being pessimistic, I'm just honest.
Vocals are very not gonna say cringe, because I don't want to be super self-deprecating, because that's low-key like not the vibe or whatever people say. But I don't know. They're very like emo. I don't know why. Like I just couldn't really think of what to say, and I'm like, oh yeah, that rhymes. I don't know. Anyway,
I don't wanna feel wanted.
and here, just for more vocal layers, I just reused the mumbling stuff I did because I didn't have time to actually do another vocal layer.
I don't wanna feel wanted. Lying down an apathetic catatonic.
This weird little echo thing. That's like the whole verse. I think I just copy pasted it from there.
I'm not being pessimistic, I'm just honest. I don't wanna feel wanted.
All right. Let's see. Yeah, that's like the whole verse, or the whole chorus.
I've been working on a ship so long. I wanna say it's been a year.
These vocals, what I did is I slowed down the whole song by like 1 or 2 semitones or whatever, and then I recorded the vocals, and then I pitched them back up. So like you'll hear the chorus vocals are actually like the formant is lower on these, if you know what that means.
Working on a ship so long.
Like these sound sped up, and they're both in the same key. I think it ended up sounding like okay. I don't know. I like the verse here a lot.
I've been working on a ship so long. I wanna say it's been a year, but honestly I don't know. Bitch, I'm moving solo. Bitch, I'm moving silent. Bitch, I've been moving slow. Yeah.
Is there anything different in the beat? Oh yeah, this changes. Let's see what else we got. More like the weird pads. Oh, this little like reverse thing. I think this is like a cut from Russian Sleep Experiment, and it's just reverse. Yeah, you hear that? That's like a little section of Russian Sleep Experiment. The early cut. And I just reversed it, and I put it right here into the drums. Yeah. My battery's low. Huh? Hold up. Wait. What's my battery on? I get that my battery's low. Let me see what percent it's at, though. Doesn't want to let me see. Alright, hold up. I'm gonna be right back. I need to get some shit. Yeah. I need to get a fucking charger. Oh. Oh shit. Oh, I'm not muted. Whatever. I'm not gonna say anything stupid. Where's an outlet? Oh, back here. Alright. See, normally I would put on music behind the Be Right Back screen, but it's not letting me look at what my battery percent is. So I assumed it was at like 4, and then I had to rush really bad. So. Alright, give me a sec. I need to drink some water and shit. Man, my voice is dead from yesterday. Alright, I'm back. I'm back and I'm better than ever. Are you only reviewing your own music or different albums from different artists? Sorry, I just got here. I am right now. I'm just going through how I made my own album, but I might listen to some other stuff later. Maybe play some Minecraft or something. But right now, I'm just going through how I made everything. So if you don't know, my EP Oil Spill, it's been out for like 4 months now. Under the Apian name, it's on Spotify. It's on like whatever else you use. I think it's on some like Chinese app or something also. And I'm just going through how I made it. We're on Don't Get Me Started, track number 3, or no, track number 4, but I numbered it weird. Anyway, so we're on this like little section, the little switch up section. God, I'm out of breath. Holy shit. Okay, what else we got? And then I think at some point we bring back in the snare and stuff like that. Very sick. I like this a lot. Obviously, it's my own song. I need to give better commentary. What can I say about this? I did that. What else we got?
You don't stop before you take the next step.
There's more of this.
You don't stop before you take the next step. You just keep striding one foot after the other.
Yeah, that's the rest of that sample. I don't think I ever used the rest of it. But that's the rest of it. It's I already went over the lore, but I can go over it really quick again. This is a adjudicator going over my school band's like performance, and he was talking about tempo or some shit. I don't remember anymore, but yeah, that's the full sample.
You don't stop before you take the next step. You just keep striding one foot after the other.
But I never used the rest of it. I just used this part, and then I echoed at the end.
You don't stop before you take the next step.
And the reason that this tag is here is, again, I was recording the verse, and I was stuck. I'm like, I don't know what to say for the last little bar here. I was like pretty much out of rhymes, and I was just like, I don't know. And then someone walked through the door, and I was no longer home alone, and I'm like, shit, I can't record anymore. So I just chucked this in here. Because it was like another 2 months until I could record. At that point, I was just like done with the song. So
Yeah, and I think I love you.
You don't stop before you take the next step.
and then this part, I love this verse so much. This is the only reason that this song was stuck on the album. What am I talking about? This is the only reason that I ended up putting the song on the album. It's because of this verse and because of how much I liked it. We got this big like sawtooth bass. This is the same synth that I use in Russian Sleep Experiment, but it's just like playing more notes this time and it's a little higher. We got this stuff. I'm eating a lollipop right now. That's so crazy, bro. I love lollipops. What flavor are you eating? I expect a response in 2 seconds or else I'm banning you. Anyway, hold up. What else we got? Oh, the default synth. Anytime you make a new song, it sticks you with this synth, Epic Cloud Formation. I think I just felt bad because every single time that I make a song, I have to be like, I'm sorry, I need to use a different synth. So I used it. It's really not that good, but I felt like using it here. So it just, I don't know. It kind of, it makes everything a lot more cluttered anytime that I put it in a song. But it worked well enough here that I just felt like giving it its time to shine, giving it a little feature. So that's kind of tucked away in the background there, along with this. Anytime I want to make a cool chord, like musical section, with all these slow chords, I like putting this in the background. It's like this, it takes a chord and it just makes this like crazy orchestral arpeggio out of it. I do that in some of my other songs too. What even is this? Oh, this is all like risers. Yeah, so I took this riser and I just pitched it up so that the note that it ends on is like in the scale. And I looped it like that. So when it goes into this little break at the beginning of the chorus again.
Don't get
I think
me.
I doubled it with. Was there another synth that doubles those like 4 notes? No, it's just that. It cuts out, the only thing that's playing is the drums. This little like,
Don't get me started.
And then this little riser. And it just sounds sick, and I love it.
Don't get me started. I'm not being pessimistic, I'm just honest.
Yo, the stream is going at like 1 frame per 5 minutes. Oh, that might, I don't know. This is like my first time streaming in forever, so it might just like suck. That's probably not you. Here, let me like just watch my own stream for a second and see if it's going well. Oh my god. Oh. Dude, it's like stuck like actually 5 minutes ago. Oh. Well, I mean, that's not really something I could troubleshoot. I think that's kind of above my my level of expertise. But you can still hear me, I guess. I am recording this, so I might put it up later on like my YouTube channel or some shit if you actually want to like see what's happening. But I don't really know what to do about that. It looks fine on OBS. That just be like that's probably just like a weird setting or something. Let me just like check really quick to see if there's like a setting I can fuck with. Wait. Oh, my computer might crash. If this is the last you're hearing from me, thank you for joining the stream, but also don't leave. Hold up, what the fuck? Oh no, it's giving me the little like blue spinny wheel. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, wait, hold up. Stream, is it like output? Bitrate. Is my bitrate bad? 2500 kbps? Does anyone like know how this shit works? Damn. Well, damn, that really sucks. Whatever. Alright, I'm just gonna try to like finish this up then, and then I'll like post it on YouTube or some shit. But if you want to keep listening along, then you can. I gotta take this jacket off. Oh, that sucks. Alright, anyway, back to this song. Where even were we?
I'm not being pessimistic, I'm just honest.
That is. I think it just kind of loops from there. Oh no, there's like, I add like a fuck ton of shit, don't I? Yeah, there's like all these different layers of things going on. That weren't in here the first time the chorus came around. Yeah, and I think it just loops from there. Oh no, it so doesn't. My fault. Yeah, so after this part of the song, the second chorus is done, it like goes into a weird slowed down section. But in order to make that cool slowed down section, I had to speed it up like here or make it a lot louder. Not what am I talking about? I had to pitch it up a lot and then slow it down separately. So it sounds kind of weird in this, but I'll show you like how I did it in a second. You got that like weird piece of the Russian Sleep Experiment song, and then the only other thing that's different besides it all being pitched up, I think, is instead of having it be this like almost drill kind of rhythm, it goes into like just a straight beat. And then I think besides that, that's the whole song. So let me show you like what I did. So I exported the whole thing. I took the ending part, I stuck it into the sampler, and then I just played it at a lower note. I have the same kind of sound effect here. This tag I wanted to use so much more, and it could have been so much more, but it just sounds mid, so I didn't like. I think it's like a text to speech in the like Halo announcer voice saying oil spill, but I couldn't get it to sound right, so this is like the only place I could really effectively use it. Because like the second part sounds good, but then the part where it's saying oil is like weird. Oil. It's weird. But I stuck it here because I thought it sounded good. We have more like effects slowing it down. Pathetic cat, it's so. And then it just goes into a slow down version. All right. That's kind of that whole thing. Let's go into Legacy. Originally called Pull Me Back, and I think before that it was called something else. This one's weird. This is the first song that I ever did vocals on. It was Legacy, and it was also I don't know. So it samples this like Brazilian funk song or some shit. And I think I used like I just separated the trumpet, and it left these like weird little artifacts, like this guy like grunting or something, and this weird little like sound. It's like specifically this little that. I thought that sounded really sick, so I tried to amplify that, and I did that by just like layering a bunch of shit. Where else would this be? Like here. So when it gets to that part in the sample, it like really sticks out. I don't know. I just thought that sounded sick, so I did some shit with that. Besides that, I have this like layer of brass instruments of some sort. And I guess besides the bass, there's this like weird little almost Portal 2-esque kind of synth thing. We got the bass. this like, so it's not just the actual bass line itself. It's also this little like, I don't know. I felt like putting in a higher layer, and I did it in the bass for some reason. And when you distort it together, it kind of sounds, I don't know, just cool. I'm running out of things to say. Okay, so we have the big slam, the big stomps. And I think this starts to get like really crazy later in the verse section, but I'll get to that. Besides that, I guess I'll just go through the rest of the percussion. We have a yellow track. You probably haven't seen a yellow colored track before. This is the GarageBand drummer, which is like this thing it does where you can have it automatically make a drum track for you based on like what instruments you want and what vibe you want or whatever. So that's just doing the hi-hats. And then this is definitely not something that I would make today. This was very much like a product of the time almost. Like I was still experimenting with what sounded good. And I mean, this sounds pretty cool, but I definitely would not have done anything remotely like this today. But I mean, oh, we have a little like record scratch. I don't know, just a very, very swag sounding. Oh, here I come in with an actual hi-hat because it started like getting off beat. Where's that snare fill? I don't know where that snare fill is. That's not, is that this? It is. Oh, and then we got the this sound effect. I'm placing a digital spell on you. Combined with, we got a new bass. We got the rest of the sample.
Eu sei que você quer puta pirocada, puta pirocada.
I don't know what that means. I think that's like Puerto Rican or something. I think he's saying like pussy bitch, pussy or something. But it sounded cool, so I put it in the song. Yeah, that's the lore behind that. And then, oh, we have more of the default like bass synth sound, default synth sound, epic cloud formation. I think I just use it as like a transitional effect here. Yeah. Again, I felt bad for it because I'd never seen anyone actually use it in a song, and it was the default thing. So I just chucked it in there and it sounded okay. Let's see here, what else we got? Oh, is this another bass chord? Did I do another bass chord? No, this is another thing. And then we have more of this sound here. Look at this like weird, what was I doing here? You can't even hear that. I was just like, I guess I must have just been like, it's so low in the volume that like I can just mess around with it and just like play whatever note. We got that thing again. We got more of this. Oh yeah, we do some weird shit here. This is the cool part. This is what like really gives this part of the song so much swag, per se. It's slam. Shots fired. What the fuck? Like it's very loud. And by itself it sounds really weird, but in context with everything else, it sounds pretty cool. We bring the We bring the default drum hi-hat back. And then what is happening here?